Hello, good evening, Amit.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
How are you?
Yes, I'm doing great, ma'am. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking me as well. Thanks for sending in the request and for being a part of this conversational series. Uh,
Thank you, you too, ma'am, that you just accept my request. So I would like to thank you a
that's
lot.
okay. My pleasure. And you can begin with an introduction. Tell me something about yourself.
Yeah, sure. Sure, ma'am, sure. So, hello, ma'am. First of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. Actually, my name is Amit Kumar, and basically, I belong from Patna. I have done my graduation. I have done my BA in English honors, and currently I am pursuing my MA in English. So
Okay.
uh, currently I'm living in New Delhi, and I'm doing job one of the financial sectors.
Hmm.
And apart from that, I also have been teaching. I am a part-time tutor, so I teach English, and apart from that, I also teach science,
Oh, okay.
like
That's good.
biology.
Okay. So you
Yes,
are
ma'am.
learning and you're teaching. That's great. Good.
Yeah, I'm doing both at the same time.
So, how is it for you? How is post graduation for you, especially in English literature? As many of us know, the post graduation of a subject is not very easy. It's not like the BA. So, how do you find it?
Yeah, it is like sometimes I find difficult, because as I told you that I'm doing job also. So, doing job and pursuing your study is not an easy task to do. But
Mm,
yes, I'm doing somehow.
okay.
And I have been, sometimes I have to tackle issue as well, like let's suppose that I have to go sometimes my university or college for exam. So yeah, at that time I have to take leave and all. So this is just kind of issue which been created by sometimes my managers and my my college management.
Okay.
So it has to managing difficulty.
Yeah, I understand. It's not very easy to balance your work life and student life, but I'm glad that you're doing it.
Yeah.
Have you just begun the post graduation? First or
Okay.
second?
So right now I'm first year, ma'am.
First year. Okay. Okay, right.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yeah.
why did you want to have a conversation with me? Like all of a sudden you send me email. I was glad to read your email also. I should say that your writing
Okay.
skills are very good. There are a few
Okay.
learners
Thank you so
and
much.
few requests that come up with good writing skills. So why did you want to have a
Thank you.
conversation? And then you can tell me more about your English language journey, learning journey as such.
Yeah, for sure. So first of all, I would like to answer you the question you're asking, ma'am, that why I would like to join and I want to have a session with you. So there is a reason behind it. Okay. So as a matter of fact, is that I have been very good at grammar when it comes to grammar part. So I have been good, but actually I have been working in I'm working in banking sector. So I can see over there that I am somehow I am lagging behind in terms of my communication
Okay.
because like when it comes to my promotion, okay, I have been working for last 2 years. So when it comes to my promotion, then it happens that due to my communication, okay, somehow I just lagging behind.
Okay.
I'm not able to get promoted. Okay, over there. So I can see that when I see myself closely, even my manager and everyone give feedback to me constantly that Amit, like you are sticking well. Your sticking part is good, but you have been making some mistakes. So you need to just rectify it.
Hmm.
Only then you can able to, grab a good opportunity and good post over there. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the reason, I have been following you for last 2 years. Okay. So
Okay.
2 years back, I find out you on YouTube channel, and I can see that your teaching style is very mesmerizing. Okay.
Oh, oh my God.
So
Thank
yeah, welcome. So I can see that you just not only you are teaching over there, but also you give feedback to your students or whoever you just I mean having a session with. So I
Mhm.
can see over there that you give a very good feedback over there. So
Okay.
I have observed that yeah, you are a very good tutor, and I mean from your session I can learn something. So
Okay.
you would also give me a feedback so that I can
Sure.
do something, change
Yes.
something nice in my
Yeah, so
communication.
good
Yeah.
good observation. Like during my conversational sessions, I take the liberty to
Yes.
give the feedback to everybody because it's
Mm-hmm.
not just correcting the grammar, but also anything else that is of concern. It's not just language
Mm-hmm.
that is so important. You can learn it
Yeah.
anyway, but the mind, the way
Exactly.
you speak, the power of
Mm-hmm.
decisiveness, everything. So I'm also learning. I'm also learning certain
Mm-hmm.
aspects of language, going deep into it. So that's fine. I'll give you a
Yeah.
constructive feedback towards the end, and you can definitely work on it. But as everybody puts it, you would have also watched
Mm-hmm.
many people on YouTube saying consistency, practice. Consistency,
Yes.
practice. I would add one more tip to it. That is right
Mm-hmm.
methods. Because we all use the social
Okay.
media, especially YouTube, where you have a lot of people giving information,
Mm-hmm.
resources, all that. So you have to filter first, and after that, try to follow the right methods. Otherwise, you can get confused, right?
Getting a point. Yeah.
Okay.
Because just because I think they are not getting the right method. I think they
Yes,
didn't
maybe
approach you till now.
not because they didn't
Mm-hmm.
approach me. There are a lot of good tutors out there in the market. Some people do it as business. There are people who give constructive feedback also. Because I have also been under
Exactly.
the mentorship of many people, not just
Okay.
English, pertaining to English literature. I'm
Mm-hmm.
also a literature student. So I had mentors.
Okay.
All the way I had mentors. So
Okay.
there are a lot of people out there
Mm-hmm.
who give. So all the guidelines I got from them, I have gathered everything.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm teaching now, I try to use them while taking sessions,
Okay.
and also I add my own. So from the experience only, I'm giving you all the guidelines through my YouTube videos. So when something doesn't work, I
Okay.
tell it openly, no, this is not going to work,
Mm-hmm.
it's not correct. Even if people like it or not,
Yeah.
I'll say, I don't think it's correct, maybe you can slightly alter it, like that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm a bit
Yes.
surprised, like you have chosen literature. Of course, literature is different from spoken English. What is your plan in the future? You're into the banking sector. Okay, finance sector to be
Mm-hmm.
precise. So what's your plan for the
Yes, ma'am.
future? Are you going to, how would you balance these two? English literature, finance, because we know that English literature will not help you to speak in English. So what is your
Yes,
plan
ma'am.
for the future after completing post graduation?
Yeah, for sure. So thank you for asking this question. Actually, this question is really values for me because I would like to first of all answer you that when it comes to my career, then definitely banking is not. I'm not going to stop over there. Okay, because I would say, ma'am, about myself that I am very. I want to be a very good communicator, and for that, that's why like I have been learning English, and uh, I think I am there with you right now. So that is also one of the reasons. Okay, that I want to do something else in my life, and that
Okay.
is that I want to be a lecturer. Okay,
Okay.
after doing PhD, like yeah. So once my master will be finished, completed, then definitely I will go for PhD as well, and
Okay.
then I will definitely I would like to become a lecturer.
That's
Yeah,
great.
because
That's good.
this is something I think. Yeah, because I love to speak, and I love to sometimes speak with people and debate, discussing. So these are the parts which I really love. But yes,
Okay.
I think right now I'm not fit for that because the main reason is that my communication is not up to the mark because I think I am practicing. There is lack
Okay.
of practice. That's why.
Okay.
So yeah,
Right. Okay, that's good.
yes,
You're very, very, very confident and you're very clear about what you really want in life, which is great. Okay.
yeah,
So do you have any
yes, yes.
questions for me?
Uh, yeah, yeah, sure. So I would like to ask you one question. Like, the question is that, ma'am, how can I boost my communication? There are so many tutors, there are so many, speaking coach are there on YouTube. So in this internet era, in this era of 5G internet, like there are plenty of people are there, and their
Mhm.
teaching methods are various. I'm
Yes.
not going to complain about that, but I can see that your teaching skills are very, really, unique. So that's why I've been following you for a long time. Okay, this
Okay.
is one of the reasons. So I would like to know from your side, how can I boost my communication and how can I be a unique communicator? Because I want to become a good communicator and
Okay.
a good speaker. Yeah. So I would
Okay.
like to know some of the tips from you. Yeah.
Okay, so I think I've given all the tips through my YouTube videos if you watch very carefully. So I'm not going to repeat the same
Mm-hmm.
points, but I will begin answering your question. I'll begin with your
Yeah.
question and then I'll give you the constructive feedback because focusing on your requirement is also important. So, becoming a
Yeah.
unique communicator is, of course, your style. It's what you shape, how you groom yourself. Okay, one style is
Okay.
different from the other. So, we have a lot of tutors, a lot of people even on YouTube. But some people
Okay.
follow me for my style and for my teaching methods, and maybe because I'm an author. I'm just taking myself as an example. People
Mm.
have different ways of
Okay.
learning and understanding things. Now, in my case, I've been into this field for almost 6 to 7 years. So, even before the
Okay.
online platforms began, I've been into this field. So, I've been into the
Okay.
offline field and also now I'm into the online, both online and offline. I know what really happens. And most of the
Yeah.
tutors tell the same thing that is practice, consistency, reading. There are no shortcuts. Even I tell the same thing. So I have these conversational sessions that are posted on my YouTube channel, but at the same time, I take one-to-one training sessions also. So there, I don't just
Okay.
speak, I train the person, keeping the requirements in
Mm-hmm.
mind. I try to shape the person
Okay.
according to the style and their requirement because you don't have to know everything under English. English is a very big ocean, huge ocean that keeps expanding every day. Okay, so if you want to
Okay.
be just one
Mm-hmm.
drop in the ocean, I think your style, the way you
Mm-hmm.
improve your sentences,
Mm-hmm.
and the way you convey your thought, these are the basic
Okay.
things that you have to look into. So I have been listening to you for a couple of minutes, and I feel that you have to work on your basics. For example,
Mm-hmm.
the sentence construction, let's begin with that. Past, present, future, you have
Mm-hmm.
good knowledge. Some usages are not right. That could be because you're listening to that all the time. Because when you
Mm-hmm.
listen to
Yes, ma'am.
conversational videos, also, you are subconsciously learning wrong and the right. Both wrong methods, wrong sentences, and even the right sentences. So, for example, we don't say, I can able to. I'm able to, I can
Mm-hmm.
do this. I can do this, or I'm able to do this. Now, you will understand this. If I ask you to make a sentence, also, you will do it well. But in the
Yes, yes.
speech, when you speak spontaneously, you
Mm.
shouldn't be making that mistake. There are a lot of activities are there that
Okay.
will help you. So that's what I do during my training sessions. These are known as English language
Mm.
learning activities, specially designed by tutors. Like in my case, I do it on my own. I take the help of resource books and I
Okay.
do it on my own. So here I'm not just speaking about my training sessions, but in your case, begin with sentences. How do I improve my
Mm-hmm.
sentences? So you may tell me, ma'am, I don't know if I'm making a mistake or not. So for that, you have to listen to more content, read, listen. I tell this often to everybody. That is when you gather the information, then only you will know whether you're making a mistake. And I would recommend because you have to work on your communication skills, your boss, your managers, seniors are telling the same thing. You have to also work tomorrow as a lecturer. And when you work as an English lecturer, the demand is high. They will always check your language. And today we have very few professors, sorry to say this, who can really communicate effectively in the Department of English in different colleges
Agree.
across the country. Okay.
Agree.
So that's very challenging. In
Agree.
that case, it'll be good if you can be under the mentorship or guidance of anybody. It can be a professor from your college, it can be a tutor, okay, or it can be somebody who will be there to just correct. your sentences and to give you some guidelines. Then you learn on your own because you're an English literature student and you're preparing for research also. So you have to learn on your own. Okay. So to begin with, some usages I told you, like
Mm.
these are important values for me. Okay, this is very valuable for me. Usage of for, usage of okay, like
Mm-hmm.
that. I wouldn't say it's only the prepositions, but connectives also. Prepositions, connectives, some prepositions, some usages, like that. Such
Yes,
kind
ma'am.
of details will add richness and completion to your sentences. And another
Okay.
thing that I noticed is you're very confident, good body language, and you're also able to communicate about your strength and action areas. Ma'am, this is my problem. This is what I've been doing. Some people are not able to do that also. So communication skill is there. But sentences, language, you have to work on that. Language is not just vocabulary, but begin with this. So you are a literature student, so you're already into reading habit. Okay, so I presume that you're into
Yeah.
reading habit, but conscious reading is also important. How to read consciously,
Yes, ma'am.
that will also come up
Hmm.
as a video on my channel.
More thing I would like to ask. Yeah. So, like, according to my conversation, according to my communication, like, what do you think? What is the biggest flaw behind my, like, when it comes to giving interviews? Like, let's suppose. So, like, my manager, they never told me that, Amit, where you're exactly lagging behind. Why don't you able to, you know, uh, clear the interview? But yeah, they just told me that, Amit, you need to focus on your communication only. That's all.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I would like to ask you strongly, ma'am, that where exactly I need to work. Like,
Yeah, that's what
I
I
mean,
told you
on
just
my like,
now. See, sentences, when the
yeah.
sentences are proper, there will be flow. Even if fluency is not there, just look at the
Okay,
beginners and the upcoming learners. Upcoming learners means they are not
okay,
completely beginners. Sentences are there. When the sentences are good, there will be some flow. When some flow is there,
okay,
communication automatically becomes better, whether you're into language
okay.
or something else. So that's why your manager said your communication is not proper, not because he or she is not able to
Mm-hmm.
understand you, but something is not right,
Mm-hmm.
Amit. You need to rectify. So
Yes,
good
ma'am.
that he or she gave you a
Yeah.
constructive feedback, but this is the real thing. So when sentences are good, when it gets rectified,
Mm.
when there is, when you place the words and the sentences in the right places, okay, when you structure it properly,
Okay,
you know grammar, but
okay.
still putting it into practice is different. Okay, then
Yes,
communication
yes,
will
yes.
automatically become better. It will sound better, and then
Okay,
gradually you will develop fluency. So sentences flow,
okay.
communication, automatically
Mm-hmm.
fluency, and that
Yes,
comes
ma'am.
with vocabulary, idioms, phrases, the way you even take a very complicated idea and put it in words. All these things are there that can be improved with your style and with your strength. As I told you, your body language and confidence. But this is what. So I wouldn't call it
Okay,
flaws or weakness. I believe that none of the learners are weak in anything. Only thing is, these are action areas. You work on this and you
yeah.
will get your strengths better. So
Mm-hmm.
it'll become stronger like this. Now it's strong, it'll become stronger like this. That's all. That's the only difference. It.
Yeah, and thank you so much, ma'am. I think whatever you told me, definitely I will work on
Just
that.
work on that.
And
And
uh,
always remember
yes,
there are no
ma'am, got it.
shortcuts. There are no shortcuts, though people say AI is there, ChatGPT is there. All these things are tools. These are tools that will make your
Mm-hmm.
work comfortable and easier. But there are no shortcuts because you are making the sentences, you are communicating, and your brain is highly intelligent. Even wiser with a lot of wisdom and intelligence than AI. AI is just artificial, it's intelligence. But your human brain is much beyond.
Exactly.
So the more you pull it, the more you give
Exactly.
exercise, it expands. So allow it to expand.
Mm. Yeah, got your point very well. Okay, one more question, like last but not least, I would like to ask, like, what do you think? What are the few qualities should be there?
For a
What do
best
you think
communicator,
about this?
first thing is to identify. Okay, identify your action areas and strength. Work on the action
Okay.
areas and also strengthen your
Mm-hmm.
strengths. Make it powerful. Instead
Okay.
of comparing to others, you find out your style, you find out your action areas, work on it. And after that, your body
Okay.
language, the way you shape yourself so that your strengths are highlighted, so that your action areas become much, much better. Avoid repetition. Try to think in different ways. And for thinking, only reading helps, not just listening. Reading, because people who read stand out in the public, whether they are magicians, professors, lawyers, or doctors. I've seen this all my life. So that is there. And then the last thing is don't
Okay.
communicate anything in a complicated way by using bombastic and flamboyant words. Try to make it simple, crisp, to the point. If elaboration is required, give elaboration. Try not to make it jarring by using only your examples, like when I was there, when I was that, when I was this. It sounds boring. Try to have general points, connect it with the world around
Hmm.
you. Then you bring in some examples from your life. Suppose you're attending a meeting, you can take
Yeah.
examples from the workplace, so it'll be interesting. For example, the other day we had
Hmm.
we had a work like that. Also, you can capture the attention of people. So these are the main points.
Yeah, I can
So
see
that is
that.
there. But
Sorry
these
for
are
that.
this is the
Yeah.
essence of becoming a better communicator. So I've given you the points. You write down those points and begin with that. So that point, this point, write it down.
Okay.
5 points and start working on it. And then go for assessments.
Okay.
Allow somebody to assess you. Otherwise, you will not know whether you're improving or not. That is also there. Okay.
Okay. Now,
Right. So thanks a lot for joining me. And it was pleasure
thank
meeting you. Right. Thanks for the
thank you so much,
interest.
ma'am.
Bye
It is
bye.
also
Bye bye.
yeah.
Take care. I hope it
Bye
helps.
bye, ma'am.
Bye. Bye. Bye.